people who are leaders.
Who's the greater the effect? So eventually, no matter what your tolerance, you reach respiratory depression, coma, and death. Buprenorphine gives a strong opioid effect, but at a medium level,
A young man who and who has tried.
this is a new day. Show up and share. To the people that are back.
We are the lifeguards of tomorrow. We are creating the future by predicting the future.
That the only way you can predict the future is to make it happen.
This is the vision that each one of us can help save ourselves, our family, our friends, our clients, and our patients.
Is to deal with our fellow human beings on this earth with compassion and a recognition that there by the grace of God go I.
We're a state line, and since we are on the state border with Ohio, it's particularly important that we now begin a partnership of attacking this problem from both sides of the border. So we're proud to have with us a judge from the Court of Common Pleas from Ohio, who actually is presiding over a specialty court known as a drug court. Please welcome Judge John Durkin.
Good morning. I've been to a lot of events, but I don't recall seeing so many people representing so many different agencies and backgrounds gathered at one place. I applaud you for what you do every day. I agree with Judge St. John. This issue that we deal with knows no boundaries, whether you're in Youngstown or Hermitage, Erie, or Columbus. No matter your walk in life, it does affect everybody. But I want to tell you a little bit about me and what got me started. I went to a Catholic high school as well, Cardinal Mooney, and went to law school, came out, I was a prosecutor, I was a defense attorney, represented Children's Services Board, and eventually became a judge. And what I saw is that far too many people came into the system and it became repetitive. And by that I mean, I may have prosecuted a grandparent, represented a parent, and then had an issue involving neglect or dependency involving a grandchild. And can we kill that music? It's not often I get to override Angelo Papa, but now might be one of those occasions. The music's great. There's three people I want to tell you about. When I was an attorney, I met a young man by the name of Michael. And Michael was a big, big kid. He stood about 6'5", weighed 240, offensive lineman at Cardinal Mooney, won what was known as the Mack Truck Award, most outstanding offensive lineman to come out of the area, and got a full athletic scholarship to play football at the Ohio State University. What nobody knew is that he liked to drink beer on weekends, and on one particular occasion when he was down in Columbus, he got really drunk at a party and made a mistake of smoking some weed. And the weed progressed to him using cocaine and crack, and I met him when he tried to rob a gas station in Poland, Ohio. Walked in, didn't have a gun or a knife, but his sheer size, with the size of his hands, he put his hands around the neck of the gas station attendant, took money out of the register, went up 224, and if you've ever been to Poland, it's not a good place to get stopped. Poland police were right there and arrested him. He was charged with robbery and obviously lost the scholarship and lost opportunities that he had in his life. About a month later, I met a young girl by the name of Sarah who went to Boardman High School, also tremendous athlete. But her game was basketball, and at the time they said she was probably the best basketball player to ever come out of the area, and got a full ride to Penn State. What no one knew is at about the age of 14, she started smoking weed. And that weed progressed to cocaine and progressed to pills and progressed, when I met her, to having a criminal record that consisted of theft, receiving stolen property, drug abuse, prostitution, burglary, and robbery, and obviously lost everything in terms of the opportunity she had. Literally, months later, met a young kid by the name of James. James wasn't an athlete, had both parents who loved him. Neither parent graduated from high school. He graduated as the valedictorian of his class from Rain, inner city school in Youngstown, Ohio. Full academic scholarship to University of Michigan. I met him when he was picked up by the Highway Patrol coming down the turnpike in Ohio with some people that he should not have been with stolen property in the trunk and drugs in the car, and lost everything. I tell you these stories because we see them either as a prosecutor or defense attorney or judge, or perhaps in treatment before or after the fact. And we see these people so young who have made a choice and a wrong one. And I guarantee you, if you have not had the occasion to be around drugs or alcohol, you will be, and you'll have a choice. And I hope if there's anything that you take away from today, it's knowing that one stupid choice in your life can have consequences that you can't even imagine. You are at a great school with tremendous opportunity. Please take advantage of the opportunity and know down the road that if presented with this issue, the consequences are very, very real. And unfortunately now, with the increase in use of opiates and heroin, we have far too many people who have died. I've attended far too many funerals of people through my program, and neighbors and friends of my children who have overdosed and died. One this past week. So it's very real. It's something that we hopefully can continue to address with what we do day in and day out. And I wish you success, luck, and please make the right choices. These borders are thin. We extend the opportunity for treatment addressing this issue across state lines, across the country. So I appreciate the efforts of Attorney Pepa and what he does, what everybody here continues to do, and my best to all of you. Thank you.
Okay, at this point in time,